Hi everyone. So this is our weekly overview. So we are finally starting our proposal paper. Our weeks of reading about the gender pay gap and the racial wealth gap have led us to this paper. So I want to start by going over those instructions quickly. So you are going to be choosing one of these topics to cover, either the gender pay gap or the racial wealth gap. The option is yours. Your goal is to present the problem to your chosen audience. You get to decide who your audience is. This could be you writing to a manager and you're an employee. This could be you writing to like a politician or a senator and you want to lobby for some kind of change at the like federal level or state level. Or this could be like to the college president and you want to try to make some changes on campus that will impact this. So you have to kind of decide who is your audience and who are you as the author. Are you an employee? Are you just a regular citizen? Are you a student? And then lastly, kind of focusing on your purpose. The basis of this essay is for you to describe the problem, state its current standing, the extent of the issue, and then go into a possible solution and prove that your solution can work. We've done our reading log throughout, so you should have some good background information on the current standing of the topic. We went over, our commencement speech all the way back in week 2, and we've gone through some others. I do have other resources for you here, and you will use these resources in an assignment this week, so I just wanted to point out that they were also here. Your job is then to, when you think about writing this paper, your first section is going to be an introduction, which could be several paragraphs where you're going to talk about the background information, historical information, details on the current standing or extent of the problem, who is impacted and how, and what are the complications stemming from this problem. Your next section is going to be your main arguments. You're going to present a solution to this issue, and you're going to develop several different viewpoints to prove how you think this solution is workable, feasible, can be implemented. In the next section, you're going to talk about the opposing view. What are other solutions that are out there and why don't they work? Or what are objections to your solution? What are people going to say is wrong with your solution? And then you've got to counter argue that. Why are they wrong? Lastly, you're going to have a conclusion that's going to draw your essay to a close, stressing the importance of the issue and why everyone should take action. And then, of course, a works cited page, so we're not plagiarizing and we are citing our sources appropriately. These are your requirements. Okay, so they are listed here. And here is your rubric for the assignment as well, so you can see where all your points are coming from. Okay, so that's kind of the basis of this assignment. What we're working on and what we'll spend the next few weeks working on. You can also see that we do continue the proposal paper for several weeks. It is one of our longer essays. So you can kind of see we are going to go through the full writing process for this essay. We have our brainstorm here. From there, we move into outlining. From there, we kind of move into drafting, and we have our self-review and peer review. So you can kind of see that we are going through the full process here of the writing process for this essay. So continuing with our week 7 overview, your handouts, your readings, you don't really have any. You're finishing your research log, and then we do have an additional assignment where you're going to use 3 other sources for your paper, and that's what this assignment is here. Okay, so the first assignment is to finish your research log. The second assignment is then the additional 3 resources. So using my reading list from the proposal essay directions, which is here, teacher provided resources, you're going to select 3 other sources that you want to use in your essay, and you're going to add them to the reading log. Okay, so you can kind of see here, 1, 2, 3. You're going to choose the 3 resources from my research list, and you're going to add them here. Okay, so that's kind of step 1. Again, we're just finding more research, building our background. You're then going to work on a library tutorial and your proposal for your brainstorm paper. And so the assignment is set up as a quiz because of the ease of grading. But if you want to start kind of jotting down notes before you start that quiz, and I call it a quiz only because that's the format it's in. It's not, all the information is coming from you, what you're developing. But I attached the print version here so you can see the questions and take notes if you want. So you're selecting which topic you're choosing, either the gender pay gap and the racial wealth gap. From there, you're describing your rhetorical situation. Who do you think your audience is? Who are you as the author? Are you an employee? Are you a student? Are you, who are you? And then what your purpose is. You're then going to go over why does this problem need to be solved? And you're going over at least 2 to 3 major reasons using your research as to why you think it needs to be solved. And then in this section, you're putting your source titles. What research are you going to use to support this list you came up with? Where did you come up with the ideas from this list? Then you're going to go into how you think this issue can be solved. You're going to write out 2 to 3 sentences trying to elaborate on what is the solution and kind of trying to give me some details so I can understand your solution. Then you're going to go into how do you think this solution can work? What evidence can you find that can prove this solution can work? So if you're going to say that it's governmental regulations that's going to help the gender pay gap, how do you know that? And maybe your sources you're going to pull from is like Iceland and the policies they've put in place for paternity and maternity leave. Okay, so that's going to be kind of, you have to prove that it can work. So what is out there that can prove that it can work? And then of course you're going to put your sources. What sources are you going to use to support the how it can work? And then you're going to go into other possible solutions or opposing viewpoints to your solution. And then of course source titles. And that's kind of the brainstorm. So if you want to print this out and write on it before you actually do the brainstorm quiz, that's fine as well. It's kind of up to you. I just made it a quiz form to make grading easier for myself. That way it's organized and I'm not looking around for your answers. It just makes grading that assignment easier. Your goal for next week, Friday through Monday, is to look at your week 8 overview, work on your brainstorm assignment and conducting research, and then complete the extra credit if you would like to. So we have 2 opportunities for extra credit. You can view this Explained. Explained is a show on Netflix, and they're about 15 to 20 minutes. And this one is on the gender pay gap. It has lots of good facts in there. If you're struggling with a solution, it gives you several in here. And then you have the attached viewing worksheet that you need to fill out to get 25 extra credit points. Same thing for the next one if you're doing the racial wealth gap, and you're welcome to do both of them, even if you're not doing one topic over the other. You can still do both for extra credit. So you have the racial wealth gap. Again, you have about a 15, I think it's 18-minute video, and then you have the worksheet you have to fill out to get your extra credit. Okay, so that is the extra credit opportunity that's there for you. So that's the basics of week 7. Good luck starting your proposal paper. This is an intense one. This is the first time that we're using research, the first time that we're going to have to pull in valid sources, the first time that we're going to have to integrate research and apply all of those basics of writing that we learned in weeks 1 through 6. So best of luck. Email if you need help. I'm always here. Good luck.